Hello, Midwest City. I'm David Richardson with the Midwest City Fire Department, and with me today I've got the Fire Marshal, Duane Helmberger. Today we'd like to talk to you about some wintertime safety and how you can protect yourself and your family through this holiday season. So first things we'll start off with are some of the key points that we have find every year that come up, and first and foremost is probably generators, especially with the winter storm coming up. There is a high propensity or a high probability that people will use a generator. So, Chief Helmberger, can you explain the dangers of using a generator?
One of the biggest problems with generators, portable generators, is the carbon monoxide that's produced when these devices are running. With the storm coming up this weekend, it's especially critical because we need to leave the generators outside and run the extension cords, etc., into the house. Keep them away from your garage. A lot of people will open a garage door and leave the generator sitting inside the garage running. Depending on the
danger
wind,
is
depending on the wind direction, actually the carbon monoxide may just come straight into your house. Common symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning: headaches, fatigue, nausea. When you move away from that area, if you actually feel better, that just means that the carbon monoxide has not necessarily filled the whole home.
Okay. How about space heaters? Space heaters are always, especially in an older home, central heat and air doesn't always work so well. So what are the dangers with a space heater?
Space heaters left unattended account for a major episode of fires throughout the nation. Biggest things on space heaters is do not plug them into a surge protector and leave them. Plug them directly into a wall outlet, and also keep 3 feet around them clear as a clearance space on your space heater.
And I'd like to stress on the extension cord part of a space heater. You absolutely shouldn't use an extension cord. We've had fires, numerous fires every year for decades where people use an extension cord, it overheats. The Underwriters Laboratory UL listing on a space heater is designed for the exact length of cord that comes on the heater. So you adding to that creates additional resistance, which can create a load that is not acceptable and can catch your house on fire.
And extension cords can be critical because everywhere we may pinch them, a lot of times we run them under our doors, we run them through our house, everywhere they're bent. They're not really made for the constant flow that we put on them. Everywhere they're pinched underneath something, you could actually feel it. The extension cord may be a little warm, and that's where it's starting to fail.
Absolutely. On the next topic would be candles. Everybody likes to have candles. They have a nice aroma. They smell great. But what are some of the dangers that you've encountered?
Biggest problem with candles are leaving them unattended. It is the holiday season. A lot of people use them for decorations in their homes. We find them a lot of times up above on the mantle of fireplaces. And we do run into situations where they're left unattended in bedrooms. You may not think that leaving your candle on a dresser clear is fine. You shut the door, a little bit of a breeze comes, knocks over some paper, now the room's on fire. Pets have been known to knock over candles. If you have cats, they get up on things, the tail hits the candle, knocks it over, now we have our ignition source. So do not leave candles unattended.
In fact, this year we've already had a house fire, correct?
Yes, we have.
Related to a candle.
To a candle left unattended.
Okay, very good. So Christmas trees. We're probably seeing a decline in the number of real Christmas trees that are being put in homes, but they still are there. And that can be a huge array. There's a large chance that can be a source of fire if you don't keep it hydrated, moist, and keep the water in the dish. Can you elaborate on that?
I would say try to water it at least daily. Make it a habit to pour another cup of water in there. Do not let it get below half on the little bowl on the bottom for your Christmas trees. And it's critical. You can YouTube or Google just Christmas tree fires, and you will see numerous examples of tests done by UL Labs and other agencies that prove that just watering and keeping your tree well watered will help prevent fires.
And I'll add, statistically, nationwide, 1 out of 45 fires that are caused from a Christmas tree result in a death. So it's very critical. It's a life situation that you keep those trees hydrated and don't let them dry out.
Yeah, one thing with the carbon monoxide we talked about, since winter storms are coming and there is a possibility of something like that happening, even with people starting their cars in their garages to warm them up before you leave, it's critical to get carbon monoxide detection at least have it close to your garage. But having a detector in your home is one of the best ways to prevent an accident.
In addition to smoke detector, make sure your smoke detectors are working. This is another time of the year where fireplace or the candles or any other reason that you would need a smoke detector working. This is a critical time that you want those working. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody taking a few minutes of your day to listen to some winter safety tips. I'd like to end on kind of an emergency management aspect on having a 72-hour kit. We talk about it in the spring whenever a tornado comes, that you need to have a 72-hour kit with water, your medication, fully charged cell phone, flashlight, some food, and the same can be true for the winter. Several years ago, we had a major winter storm come through that knocked power out, and some people were out for quite a while. So that 72-hour kit that's kind of reserved in the back of our head for tornado season, it can also be used and should be applied in the wintertime as well. So everybody have a nice, safe holiday season, and we wish you the best.
Merry Christmas.